Welcome back to Honey, We're Not Okay with your two favorite chaotic Black queers. I'm Valerie.
I'm Meccah.
And in case you're wondering, we're still not okay. So today we're going to talk about our coming out stories.
But before we dive into that, who were some of your first same-sex crushes, celebrity crushes, or when did you kind of know dang, she's fine?
Oh, that's kind of hard for me. So technically, the first person or the first girl I saw as attractive was one of my best friends. Stop shaking your head like that. One of my best friends when I was I 10-ish? Yeah, 9 or 10. We kind of had a little thing, she started it, but we had a thing for a little while. And then I realized she was a bad kisser. So then in my head, I thought I was straight because of that. But other than that, when we're talking about celebrity crushes, I don't know if I had a crush on them or if I just admire them. But I really loved Zoe Saldana. And now I'm like, she's fine shit. But at that time, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so cool. The first time I saw her was in Center Stage. And I was like, yeah, that's a bad bitch. And yeah. So, I mean, I would count her as one. I just don't know how I actually felt at that age.
Yeah, that's so fair.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, bestie, old bestie. I'm sorry that it wasn't what it was supposed to give, but
yeah, we danced together. She was great lady. Yeah. She's doing great things in life now.
Period, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
For me, I think the earliest one I can remember is, I don't know if you guys had PBS, but I was a PBS kid.
Yeah.
And there was a girl that cleaned her room, but she did the clock formation.
We're talking about the clown?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the leg. And
yeah, with the leg.
She was flexible as hell. Whoa, you're like, yeah, girl.
I was like, she was
like, go ahead and touch that
12. So that's the first woman that I was just like, oh, okay. Why am I watching this so often? It wasn't anything crazy. I didn't know anything about sex, obviously, at the time. But I was just like, I enjoy watching her do that.
That's crazy. I don't think I've ever heard that as a first celebrity crush or any. I don't think anyone's ever mentioned her in the same.
She's underrated.
Sentence as crush.
Props to you, queen.
Wow. Honestly, yeah. Now I can appreciate her.
Right. I saw it.
Comfy Couch.
Yes,
right?
The Comfy Couch.
Yeah, that used to be my show.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Crazy. Moving on.
But first serious, I could acknowledge that this is a woman, and I was a little older, it would have been Ciara. And her little, and she wore the little tank top like a boy, Ciara.
Oh, yeah. See, Ciara is peak STEM.
She is. Especially back then, in the 2000s, early 2000s.
No, yeah, in the 2000s, she was that STEM. Her and, Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys. Alicia.
These straight women need to stop cosplaying, confusing us all.
Literally had my heart broke. I was like, man, y'all do okay.
Yeah,
crazy.
Okay, married to a man?
What the hell?
Okay. Sure.
Oh my God. And we want to hear y'all crushes too in the comments, so please leave them below.
Yes, and please, if it's as crazy as the comfy couch, make sure you put it in there, okay? I need to hear it.
I need the whole story.
Yes.
So, what was kind of your overall coming out story? What did that look like?
Honestly, it wasn't really a big deal. Like I said, I had that little fling with my bestie when I was younger. And then I thought I was straight until high school. I realized maybe I'm bi-curious because, I started watching, look, let me just say this now. I really hope my family isn't watching this because it's just shame. I don't think anyone at this age should get into this. But at 13, I started watching porn. And I noticed that, I was only really watching the women. When you search for the right video, I was looking if I think this woman's attractive. Her body. Oh, I did not care what man was in there. Definitely did not care. And that's when I realized, maybe I should look into this. And then there was one lesbian in my high school, and I was like, yes, man. She was kind of short, white, alt baddie. She was real cool. She would come to some of our parties. She was very quiet. Yeah. I hope she's doing great. But I had a crush on her. And I only told one of my best friends because he was bi, so I felt comfortable. But I still stayed in the closet and did not tell anyone until 2020. So the pandemic, I started working at home, and I feel like I really just came into myself, you know, had all that time with myself. And I was like, no, I'm gay as hell. Like, I started matching with women, and I met up with one woman, and she was really cool. I thought we were going to be friends, but I knew I wanted to like try to explore her because she was bi. But it turns out she had a boyfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
At the time that y'all matched.
Yeah. And then, okay, so we all hung out on New Year's Eve. We went to Old Town, we were vibing, and then we went back to their place to just hang out and play games. And then they pulled out this adult card game, and we all started playing. And then I told my best friend, I was like, I think it's time for you to go.
Leave the places now.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, no, I think so too. Long story short, I ended up having a threesome with them. And the whole time, my focus was only on that woman. Like, I barely even remember the guy. I have no idea what he looks like. I will never forget her because everything that happened with her that night made me realize that I wanted to focus on women. I was like, guys are boring. I don't even really respect most of them. No offense. You know, like most, not all, most. But then I started actually like really intentionally talking to women on the dating apps and FaceTiming, because obviously it was the pandemic. We technically couldn't meet up with a lot of people. And I think it took about 6 months to a year for me to come out to my mom. But she kind of had an idea. Yeah. And I don't know why. Until this day, I don't know why. Because for her, I think I started being like secretive about what I was doing. Because I didn't want to tell her like I'm going on a date with a woman. So she'd be like, what are you up to? Because we're pretty close. Yeah. And I'd be like, oh, I'm just hanging out. She's like, oh, okay. And then she would be like, I feel like you're not telling me things. I'm like, no, I'm grown, you know, like I don't have to, or whatever I would say. And then one day she casually was like, yeah, no, if you're ever like gay or something, I want you to know you could tell me. And I was like, no. Gay? What gay? I hang with the gays. But I'm not gay. If I were gay, I would be like, gay. So yeah, I denied it hardcore. And then I kind of got tired of having to like, I wasn't lying to her, but I was avoiding a lot of things, and that became exhausting for me. So one day I just sent her a text. Hey, Mom, I date women now. I don't want to talk about it. Okay. And then she like acted completely normal. And then the next day she saw me, she's like, you could have just told me. Oh, she said it wasn't even that serious. Yeah, it's like, you're my daughter. I love you. Dang. Yeah. Aww. So it's pretty easy coming out. And my friends knew before that. Maybe 6 months before that. And surprisingly, no one really expected it. And I was like... Crazy knowing you now. That's crazy. Get I was boy crazy, but I also never respected any of them. So I just feel like that should have been like... Like, hang on. Like, something's wrong with her. Not wrong, but something's different. Something's up. Like... Something a little spicy here. Yeah. A little zest. Yes. But I will say the difficult part for me was... the fear of feeling like my mom, who is religious, you know, she's still Christian, but she's like very chill. She's one of the chill ones, you know. But I had a fear that she would just like tell me I was going to hell. Yeah. You know, or like, hey, rethink this because blah, 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 which I do feel like we've had some of those moments. Yeah, because it's never perfect. Yeah. After that, it was like she fully accepts me, but there were times where it's just like, you're not going to dress like a boy, right? Like things like that. She was just like, you're still my daughter. Like just little things that I know she doesn't mean harm, but it's just like, okay. Yeah, like, if I wanted to, I would. Like, but luckily for you, this is me. But if I want to dress like a boy, I'm going to be a boy. Okay. But yeah. And then little things like conversations about it being a sin. We even recently had a conversation around that because like for her in the Bible it says it's a sin, but it does not.
Nope.
The Bible doesn't explicitly say that being gay is a sin.
Y'all heard that?
It says that the things that they were doing, what was was it Rome? Or
Rome.
Yeah. Yeah, literally, like, very non-kosher.
A whole bunch of horrible things happening.
That is what they were talking about.
Yeah.
It does not say if you love the same sex or a person of the same sex, you are going to hell. It doesn't say that anywhere. No. And if you think it does, go ahead, send me a screenshot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Receipts there, please.
But yeah, we had a conversation of that. She wasn't like saying like, oh, you're going to hell or sin, but she was just saying it does say this in the Bible. And I was like, show me.
Yeah, like that's the conversation then.
Yeah.
Like we can talk about that because it doesn't, but
literally,
if that's what someone grew up understanding, then like that's what they grew up doing, and it doesn't mean that that person, especially your mom and our parents, are homophobic, but it's like an indoctrination to like a certain translation of the Bible, damn near.
It is.
And it's not
it's
even
literally an interpretation, you know, not a direct translation from the original Bible at all.
At all.
But I feel like we're starting to realize this. And yeah. So that's pretty much, my coming out. Nothing too crazy, you know, it's like good. A little bit of tension that I could easily get through. I've never, because I feel like this is important, I've never been super religious. I do believe in God, and my mom raised me in the church, but I've never been religious to where I even thought I had to think about that. When it came to coming out. Yeah. I was like, that is like...
It wasn't even a factor.
Yeah, not even a factor. It's like, who cares what the church thinks? Like what does that have to do with me? Like, what?
Like, I'm trying to go to school.
No, seriously. Like, church, like, I'll pop in and say, hey, guys, but like, what? They don't need to know my life. Like, what's... the heck?
Period.
But yeah. Oh, and then one more thing I just remembered. One of my great aunts when I was in high school saw that I was married to one of my best friends at the time on Facebook because that was a trend. And she went around telling my family that I was gay because of that. My mom was pissed. Pissed off. And then me too. I was like, I'm not gay. She's my best friend. I mean, I was, but I didn't really know.
Right.
Like,
at that time.
she's my best friend. But that should have also like signaled like,
a little indicator.
Like, yes, we were all marrying our best friends, but like,
It's different. It was a choice.
Yeah, because, yep. What a cutie. She's cute. Anyway, I have a problem. Anyway, let's hear you about your coming out.
We love the realizations happening here.
Anyway, let's hear about your coming out story.
Yes. So, very important context. I was raised Muslim. So my family all converted to the Nation of Islam, which is pretty conservative. Definitely kind of the same things. They quote the same Bible verse about gay people, gay marriage, all of that. The nation's perspective was kind of that gayness, the act of it, is absolutely a no-go for God, but we don't judge the lifestyle. We don't judge the people. So like gay people could join the mosque and it'd be fine. Okay. But the hope was that you would stop being gay and get on the right path. And so that was kind of what I grew up hearing, was a lot of like, it's not natural. It's going to halt population growth. God does not like it. Like a lot of just negative talk about being gay, acting on the gayness. Like, you can think it. You can even have the urges, but don't do anything about it. Like,
that's insane.
Don't do anything.
Oh my gosh.
So I, coming up as a youth, had a little friend. And
you had a little friend.
A little friend. Because in the summers I would go visit my grandma, and she was Christian, because all my other family is Christian. It's literally only my immediate family, mom, dad, and siblings that are Muslim. And so I would go to my Christian grandma's house in the summer. She would live 2 hours away, and there was this girl that lived like in the neighborhood, like a block away. And we at first were just friends. Like literally that was like my summer bestie, like woo. And it was cute. But around the age of 11, she came over for a sleepover. And
that's how it starts. That is how it starts.
And I had already been wrestling at points, like feeling attracted to women, because my friends, like even as young as like elementary school, would flash me their tits. Like I was always seeing titties, and I'd be like, don't show me that. I was scared to change in the locker room. I, like, if a friend sat on my lap, like I was deeply uncomfortable. I'd be like, okay. Like, it was always just like a weird, like, don't touch me when it came to women, because I felt like too much was going on. I was like overstimulated. And so me and this friend over the summer, we had our sleepover. She came and she was like, let's watch Austin Powers.
So you should have known she was gay right there.
No, I really look back, and that lady is gay as hell now. She's the gayest person I've ever seen in my life now. So she, you know, she indoctrinated me. But
it's contagious.
It's contagious, guys. The gay is contagious. And so it was like late into the night, and the dares she was giving me were ridiculous. It was like, go kiss the dogs downstairs, kiss your brother, or kiss me. It was like nasty.
That's so like you have no choice. Yeah. It's like you're either gonna kiss the dogs, kiss your brother,
or you're gonna be a punk who drops out of truth or dare. Which I have a big ego. I'm competitive, so I was not about to stop playing.
Oh, she knew that.
Yeah, she knew that. So I was like, we would like go in for the kiss, and we both go like, ew, and like back away, like all through the night. Mind you, before that, we had changed together. Like, she was like dressing me up, like putting me in random clothes. Yeah. So I was like undressing in front of her. Mind you, again, still 11.
She was just putting you in random clothes.
Yeah, putting me in clothes.
She's a dummy. At 11, she said, wear this, baby.
Like, you look so cute in this. All the things.
That's so crazy.
Isn't it crazy? Doesn't it make sense?
Was she 11 too?
Yeah, we were the same age.
Wow. I have to meet her. I'm so curious. I have so many questions.
Truly.
Icon down.
Icon down. Yeah. And basically, I was fake hating the kisses, obviously. I was like, oh, ew. Like, because we both were going, ew. But then it kept going, and she was like, we should practice for boys. Like,
she's creative. Oh my gosh. I don't need to teach a class. She does.
And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Like, I haven't kissed a boy since I was like 2. So I do need to practice my kissing. I used to kiss my mom's best friend's son all the time as a baby. For some reason, we were just kissing, macking.
This is what I'm saying. To all those, I'm sorry, I'm going to let you continue.
Watch your kids.
No. That's not even not what I'm saying. No. It's a Meccah thing, okay? You guys think that she's a sweet little innocent angel. I'm telling you, she's not, and no one believes me.
Y'all see the halo.
It's burning. It's literally on fire as we speak.
It's glowing.
Okay.
Baby. It's glowing so bright.
You used to kiss boys as a 2-year-old?
As a 2-year-old. And
11, you were like, oh,
and there was
it's been a while.
Gap. Yeah, there was a large gap. So I was just like, oh my God, like, yeah, girl, like, that's so smart. We should practice. Yeah. And so we just started kissing for real, like making out. And from there, it was a little hot and heavy. I'm not gonna lie. For 11, it was like we were just on the bed, like laying parallel at that point, because we had started like sitting up and then transitioned to laying down. And from there, it was just getting a little like, we just knew instinctually to like touch each other, but we didn't touch each other in the crazy places at that point. It was just still getting a little heated, and we like pulled away because my grandma knocked. Oh. Thank God. Thank God my grandma knocked. But from there, I was like, oh, I loved that. That was amazing. I enjoyed kissing a girl. And then the religious shame kicked in. And I was like, I kissed a girl. And it was a big thing for like 2-3 years, because I felt so like, oh my God, I have sinned now. I have acted on it. Like, yeah, it was a whole mental thing. And so I told my mom, technically this is the first time I gave her any inkling that I like had an attraction to women or had done anything with girls, I should say, because we were both babies. But I told her in the car, I was like, yeah, I kissed my friend over the summer and I feel really crazy about it. And she's like, girl, I had a girlfriend in high school. Like, oh my God,
your mom is so chill.
She's like, that doesn't matter. That doesn't count. She's like, I dated a white girl. It was fine. Like, you're good. Like, you're not actually gay. It doesn't make you gay. And I was like,
that's not gay.
Yeah, like, that's not gay. We all have girlfriends and kiss people. Like, it's...
Oh, yeah, totally. Every single one of us straight people.
Yeah, that's a straight thing. So in my head, I kind of believed that. I was like, oh, okay, like, I'm just going through a phase for real. Like, because my mom kissed a girl and she has a man. Like, she's married. Yeah. So clearly, this is what straight people do. Like, this is straight. And so I repressed it again for, at that point, it'd be 11 more years, because then I started dating women around, I think technically around the pandemic too, maybe 2019. Because I had been, let me just drop some more lore.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Lore after lore after lore.
Yeah, guys, that's like when I get to talking, the podcast starts getting real long. But I got married in 2019 to a man. Again, all tied to religious guilt. I felt like I needed to do that to be a good Muslim woman. I had a very strong connection to faith, and I didn't realize I could just be spirituality and I could get that same fix on my own without like all these tenets. But yeah, I got into a really crazy, horrible, narcissistic marriage for a little under a year that I literally like left my life in LA, squashed because I wanted to date women right before I was meeting him. And I was like, oh no, like, oh no, let me just cut all that out, stop what I'm doing in LA, living my best life, start my career, and go get married instead, because duh. And no one worked hard enough to stop me, so it worked. And I got married, and then I got divorced right before I moved to Arizona. So again, it lasted maybe 10 or 11 months. And after that, I was like, oh no, like, I'm going to go to Phoenix. I'm going to start a new life. I'm going to be a new girl. I'm going to do what I want to do, which included dating women.
Yay!
Freedom.
A win for us.
A win for the girls. So I basically started like just talking to girls on apps, and eventually met my first girlfriend on technically Tinder, but I don't remember ever swiping on her. She just found me on Instagram and DM'd me.
Oh, that tracks.
Yeah. And I think she thought I was a different person because she mentioned art and First Friday, and I'd never been and done either. So I don't know what that was, but fate brought us together, I guess. And so to come out, she was my first everything. Like, first lady I slept with, first girl I really like talked to, dated, like went on dates with, all of it. So by the time we were getting serious, after I had a concurrent situationship with a man, I sound toxic.
I don't think that's toxic. Look, let's be real.
Yeah, it's just a little triangle.
Were single? Yeah, so then why is that toxic?
Pending divorce, but yes, pretty much single. Yeah, the divorce is not finalized because of the pandemic.
Messy, not toxic.
Yeah, it was messy because they were friends, and I didn't know that when I first matched both of them, but they were best friends growing up. So it was just a little too intertwined. So we, like, me and her stopped talking. I kept talking to him. She circled back, and I was like, I want that. So I cut him off. And basically, we talked a couple more months, and I decided to tell her, like, we decided to be girlfriends. And then I was like, I'm not out. So then I told my mom, I have a girlfriend, and I'm bisexual. And she was just like, oh, okay. Like, I just want you to be happy. So that's great. I was like, that's it? All this, like, years of homophobia, and all I'm getting is well, that's great. Be happy. Like, I just want you to be happy. I can't wait to meet her. Like, very, like, supportive in the beginning. And fairly supportive the whole time. Like, to be fair, she loved that ex. Like, they got along great. But there would be conversations sometimes about, like, kids. And she would, like, I don't want, like, petri dish children. Like, and it was very, like...
Oh,
like,
my God.
We're almost there. We almost got it. And then she said something so crazy. Yeah. So with my mom, it was a lot of, like, she didn't mind the concept, but she was worried and concerned about, like, reproduction. And she still is a little against, like, she's not really understanding, like, trans people. She doesn't really get the rest of the community. And I think had it been me changing my, like, presentation, like you said, kind of like if I presented more mask, if I had brought home someone that was mask at the time, like, I don't know how it would have gone over with her, because I think us being femmes for some reason, like, really helped her like kind of swallow it and be like, okay, like, that's cool. Just how you gonna have kids though? Like, what's that?
Okay, she's like, you're still being women, you know,
you're still
being who you're meant to be.
Exactly,
you know?
yeah. So she, again, the first actual conversation was fine. The conversations after, a little rocky. My dad was a man about it. He told me, he was just like, you're gay.
What? Is that how he sounds?
Yeah, that conversation he did. And he's like, bisexual, huh? So you like men and women. He's like, greedy. And I was like,
greedy is crazy.
I'm throwing up, because why would you say that as my father?
Yeah.
So, ew. And two, ew. But again, still better reactions than I would have ever assumed, because I was scared to come out to them, because I was like, they're religious, they're Muslim, this is not, like, gonna fly, they are in our mosque, like, leaders in the community, and if I come out, like, it's going to reflect on them. And I was just like, oh, but at the same time, I was like, y'all let me get married to this crazy man. Yeah. I've moved like 3-4 times since graduating college. Like, I am a grown woman, and I'm going to tell you guys who I am for real. Like,
yeah,
so
I love that.
Yeah, it went well overall, but we had some rocky points.
Yeah. Like, and this thing, they're human too.
Yeah.
Like you said, like this those ideas are what they're raised on. So it's very hard to break that mold, you know? The fact that they're trying is really what matters.
Yeah, that's all I was looking for.
Yeah.
Literally all I was like, please, just hear me out. Don't disown me.
Yeah, no, seriously. That fear of being disowned is so sad.
It is. And
like, even when you know your parents love you,
yeah.
it's still like a fear because it happens to people, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I could not imagine my mom being like, now we're not related. Don't call me. Don't text me.
It's like, heartbreaking.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because being queer can already be so isolating just in greater society. So to feel like you could lose your family in any way, shape, or form, or like that relationship go negative, it's scary.
It really
is. Like you said, like for a lot of people, that's how it goes. Like they tell somebody and then it's like you're cut off. And that's unacceptable to me.
Man. I just thought I have a little more sympathy for one of the people that I was talking to.
Yeah.
Because, to touch on them real quick, like their family doesn't really know. Like their mom does and their grandma does, but like they are still not fully accepting, even though this person is masked.
Yeah.
Like they present as like masked. So, but they still feel like maybe she could be straight. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But she doesn't bring any girlfriends around. And that bothered me. I was like, so if we ever were to get serious, you couldn't bring me around? And she would say, if anyone was ever like potential, like if there was ever potential for marriage, I would.
Yeah.
But I was just like, it's not giving that. But I do get it now. Like she loves her family. She's very family centered, so it's probably really difficult like for her. Okay.
No, that's a good segue, because outside of that particular situation, like would that have typically been like a deal breaker for you if someone wasn't out?
Yeah, because she was out to her friends, and people outside of her family, which I liked. But it is a deal breaker when I'm thinking about it, because I want to be out everywhere. I don't really need your family to like me, but I need them to know that I exist. And
how, that's real. That's real. I'd have to agree, because, one of my exes was not out to her family, and it definitely just creates like an imbalance when you are out to your family. It's like you can bring them around to events. You can bring them around your friends. Like there's no hesitation. Whereas another person, you're sitting in the same room and they're lying to their mom on like, it's like, I'm with my friend. And it's like, I'm not your friend. I'm your
exactly.
Like,
what?
It's like,
you said you want to marry me.
Like, what are we doing? So I understand it though. I empathize, and I feel like it's worse for that person, of course. But if I can avoid it, like I'd rather, like you said, have everybody be out and open and free. Even if your family is beefed out with you, like I would rather that they know, because now we have to lie.
Literally.
And there's never an opportunity to like create that bond with them if I can't even come around.
Exactly. There's no growth there. I know it's hard, but like, let's stop lying about who we are. Let's live in our authenticity, because it's really so fun this way. You feel so happy. You find a new family if necessary. I'm not, again, saying that it's not hard.
Right.
And I'm not saying everyone just needs to come out, but I am saying that it feels so good once you get to the other side and you truly accept yourself.
Yeah, 1,000%. That's something I remember journaling about when I had started dating women, even after I think I broke up with my first girlfriend, and I was just like, oh my God, like this is so much. But I still felt like so affirmed in the decision to come out, and so affirmed in the decision to be like authentically, like I am into women. I don't know everything about dating women. I'm not like a master at it yet, but I know that this has been a part of me and I want to live in that. And in reflecting on that, I was like, I've never felt happier and more like just true to myself and more comfortable since deciding to like really live in that truth and like explore that. So I think obviously it's not easy, but it is worth it. Like 1,000% is worth it.
Yes, 1,000,000,000%. All the percentages. Like, to what you said, like there's never been a regret for me ever. And I've gone through some roller coasters with women. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to stop saying that women are crazy. I don't like that. But I will say I've had some crazy times. And I still love it here. Like, because I'm just living in my truth, and women are beautiful.
Yeah, specimens. There's something.
There's something. Beautiful somethings for sure. Like, love it here. I'm not being held hostage, I swear.
Oh my god. Did you have any like super gay tendencies as a kid, like, or anything in your youth where you're like, damn, okay, this makes sense?
So, oh, ow. So, okay. I'm going to say two things that should have pointed out the person I was going to be as an adult. So, first, in preschool, I had like a group of friends. And we would hang out at the playground, and there was this slide that we would go in to talk. And I would be like, okay, now everyone showed the color of their underwear.
Oh, you were one of those.
I was one of those. And I remember, I think it was like 2 little girls and a little boy. And so I was like, yeah, okay, here's mine. Now let me see yours. Okay. And then I would also go streaking at that preschool, and they would follow me. And so we would all just be streaking, running naked.
Cult leader.
And that should have been signs like, this girl is a little different. But also, this goes to like the fact that I am more comfortable in open situations. I had this little boyfriend in 2nd grade is when we met. And then I think the end of 2nd grade and 3rd grade, he was like, oh, my man or whatever. Yeah. But he also had, you know, me and like 2 other girlfriends that I was friends with. And we were literally talking about, oh, yeah, he's so cute. He's so, I'll be like, yeah, he is. And if I really think about it, I remember feeling like pride in the fact that they're like, oh my gosh, I love pink hair. I'm like, yeah, you do. I'm just like, I feel like those little things, I was like, huh. That little girl seems a little gay and a little just out there. She's a little free. She was just born with it.
Clearly, it is something you're born with. I swear to God.
Yeah, not new to this.
True to it.
Yeah, what about you?
Oh my God, I feel like there are a lot of things looking back that I didn't realize. For one, how I interacted with boys and like teens to begin with. I feel like my family used to joke that I would be like a lesbian cat lady because I wasn't boy crazy at all. Like I had the exact opposite. It was just kind of like, boys were there. I loved debating with them. I thought they were cute sometimes, but I was never like checking for them in any way, shape, or form. I didn't have. I didn't want a boyfriend like at all up until college, and I had my first boyfriend in college. So it was kind of like overall like disinterest. But I was a One Direction fan. So it was like I had my boy crazy expressed only through like celebrity men, which when you read the Lesbian Master Doc, that is one of the things. It's like, did you like real men or did you like unattainable men? Yeah, men you can never meet or touch. Exactly.
And so, pretty boys at that.
And pretty effeminate men at that.
Zayn, he was T.
He still is.
Yes.
Still is.
But okay.
But yeah, so I think, I forgot the question.
So, look, what were some signs that you might have been gay as a kid?
Yeah, so my disinterest in boys. What else? Oh my God, I feel like all like just, I like to write. I liked poetry. I feel like even the way I walked and talked, it just never gave straight. It never gave straight. It was always just kind of like, I had like a gay spring in my step. I don't know how to explain it.
Gay spring, gay face.
Yeah, gay spring, gay face. Like I loved like just doing random, like I loved tennis, I loved basketball, I loved running, like anything where I had to like work with women athletically. Even though I never progressed and didn't like sports, I liked all the things leading up to it. You know?
Okay,
like,
because I was going to ask, like, so do you think athletes are inherently gay? But you're saying for you, what? I'm sorry, that's a little squeaky. Let me calm down. Okay, hold on.
I do.
You think athletes are all inherently gay?
Do.
Men and women?
Yeah. I think there's a level of gayness to be an athlete that's required.
Why? Because we have to change in front of each other?
It's not even, it is the changing. It's a level of like intimacy, like being on a team, like how like the high you feel when you win a game or any of that. And the connection you build with your teammates, it's more intimate to me than a heterosexual dynamic. It's like, I don't know, like if it wasn't a stigma, I think football players would be hunching on each other after they win.
Well, half of them are gay.
Exactly. All of them are. That's what I'm saying. All of them are. It's just a matter of who's comfortable expressing it. But I think they're all a little gay. You were slapping men's ass. You all up in they, like y'all are
all up in their what?
All up in their caca, like all between those legs. So I don't know. It just gets a little, you know. It's only one pump away from being gay.
That's such an interesting take. Do you think that they go into it gay or they become gay?
I think it unlocks the gay because, okay, I'm of the opinion that everyone is bisexual at base. Some people are not because they're gay or lesbian, but everyone is bisexual. That's how I see straight people.
I agree and disagree. I feel that most people are. I do think we have the outliers on the spectrum of being very straight, very gay. But I do think most people are in between. Yeah. There's the Kinsey scale. Yeah. Is it 1 through 6? 0 through 6?
1 through 6, right? 0 through 6. No, we'll have to look that
But either way, yeah, I think there's like some zeros and then some 6s, and then everyone else is in the middle for sure.
Yeah.
The Kinsey scale is literally what helped me figure out my sexuality.
Yeah, I remember looking it up too.
Yeah, I think, whoa, that's probably a part of my coming out story because I learned that in psychology.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, where am I? I was like, I think I'm here. And I think I moved twice. Hey. And then I moved again. Actually, I get gayer.
Yeah.
The older I get, the scale's like, bam. But, dang.
That's crazy.
I miss that scale.
I gotta run that back, actually.
No, for real.
Actually, yeah. Where am I falling these days?
Literally, I used to always look like, I think I feel like I'm right here right now. I'm definitely not right in the middle.
Right.
I think I'm leaning to like a, what was it? Because 6 is gay, I think. I'm leaning to a 4. Right now, I'm probably like a 5.5,
Period.
you know?
Period. And I know, that reminds me, I will say, I feel like the internet was a big piece of my coming out too and feeling comfortable with it. Because I was a Tumblr girl. Like, I love Tumblr. Yeah. And they had the good gifts. They had all the gifts.
Oh my God. Good fucking gifts. Yes.
Like, y'all youngins don't even know.
We'll never know.
Okay, because that was a huge awakening for me. And I had a blog where I would like write out my thoughts because I wasn't acting on anything, but I needed to let it out. And so doing that, seeing the steamy gifs of women kissing, and then also like seeing discourse from people that are like, I'm bi and that's what this looks like, and I feel this, yeah. And I see that, like actually having people tell their stories, because I'm from Iowa, and it's like I knew gay people, I saw them, but we weren't in community because Iowa is so I don't know how to say it. It's very white. It's very segregated. Yeah, a little bit. So it's like your groups were with your groups. It's cliquish. So if there was gay people, they were just in their little gay bubble. They weren't like, I wasn't talking to them, they weren't talking to me. Because we didn't know we were in the same bubble.
Yeah.
But
like they were my bubble.
Yeah, they were my bubble, but we was floating away from each other at that point in time. Yeah. So the internet was like definitely the place I learned a lot. And I think eventually I stumbled on, I think, a queer Muslim, kind of after I'd already kind of known I was bi at the time. And I was like, oh my God, like religious people can be gay? I was like, what? Like there's queer Muslims and there's like a community of us? That's crazy. To this day, I don't still identify really as Muslim, but it is my worldview. Like it's the lens I see everything through. So even so, I support the queer Muslims down because that is hard to do. That is a hard community to be queer in. I'm not gonna lie, but it was really, really eye-opening to like hear people's testimonies online and be like, oh, yeah. I feel the same thing. Oh, what does that mean? You know?
No, literally. I also feel like online helped me, because I was following Shannon Boodram in high school, and she's straight, but she talked about everything. Everything when it came to love, sex, relationships, she talked about it. So she may have been the reason I actually discovered the Kinsey scale, not the psychology class. I gotta look into that. But through her, I found other content creators that were queer, like Amber.
Oh yeah,
she was popping at that time. So, okay, she's cute. let's not get into the faux locks.
We're not gonna do that today.
I'm so sorry for her. TikTok is dragging her. Oh my gosh, unnecessary. But yeah, so her and other gay or queer content creators did really make me feel comfortable and made me realize that, like, you know, everyone's doing it.
It ain't that crazy after all.
It's not. Even though we are still rare.
Yeah, it's a small like population of people. Like, and that's why I'd be like, oh, dating is hard because there's not that many of us.
Yeah, that's why we're all dating each other.
That's why it's literally a cesspool.
Cesspool. Arizona is like the biggest cesspool. Like you date someone, they probably dated your ex or your best friend or all of the above. All of the above. Like it's so small.
Yeah, tiny.
I mean, it's not going to stop me.
Not at all.
But still, I can acknowledge it and still move forward. Push through. Gotta see it through, my boy.
Gotta see it through. Oh gosh. Okay, on that note, how would you describe your type when you first came out versus your type now? Like, what's the difference?
Hold on, let me read.
How would you describe your type when you first came out versus now? Like, what's changed?
Not much. When I think about it, the first woman that I actually started talking to and dating during the pandemic was probably considered a STEM. She's a Black biracial STEM.
Period.
Correction officer at that. So when I think about my ex, I think about the fact that my ex is very similar to that first woman. Kind of mixed, STEM, little, maybe some aggressive tendencies. Yeah. And then I'm also attracted to Dom Femmes. I haven't talked to one since the first time I did. But yeah, that's the same. I don't think anything's changed. Dom Femmes, STEMs, they're all STEMs pretty much. Most of them are STEMs.
Line them up, babes.
Yeah, line them up.
Line 'em up.
They might look a little similar a little. Only like different fonts for sure.
Similar auras, maybe?
Similar auras.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. But I do feel like my type right now actually has been changing.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. So ask me this question again in 2 weeks because I'm about to create a new roster, filled with my new type.
Period.
Yeah. And then, like we said in the last episode, if you got locks, I love a little dark skinned baddie. Okay. A little STEM. I'm considering femmes, bring some Dom to it. Yeah, my roster. Gotta have a roster episode.
Okay. No, we do. We actually will. Stay tuned, guys.
Yeah. But how about you? What's the difference between the people you were attracted to when you first came out and the people you're attracted to now?
Oh my God. I feel like, honestly, in doing this episode, I realized that my type started pretty soon, pretty early with the girl. I'll call her Waterloo.
Well, okay. You know what? I'm not going to question it. Go ahead. Waterloo.
Because that's where the 11-year-old kiss, friendship, whatever started. And that was the first girl I was like, really like, I have a crush on her. She was dominant though, technically.
She sounds like it. Was she white, black?
She's black, yeah.
Okay.
She's black. Maybe like, I guess light-skinned, but like a little darker on the spectrum of light-skinned people. And femme. So she was technically a Dom femme. Oh, wow. And had like chubby cheeks. She reminds me, looking back, a little bit of my first girlfriend. A little bit. They don't look like, but they had similar energy. Okay. So I didn't realize that. In between her, I talked to another Dom femme. When I lived in LA, we went to a BET after party, and I was 10 feet away from Meg Thee Stallion. And,
oh, man. Oh, gosh.
And this girl was dark-skinned, kind of skinny, like modelish looking. And again, I wasn't really like seasoned with dating women. So we literally were just on that date, and I never talked to her again because she was batshit crazy. Ooh. Like, I didn't know what coke was at the time, but she was
she was
a couple lines deep.
Come on, let's dance.
Let's dance. Trying to kiss me, told me she was in love with me on her way back. Like, it was, man. It was a lot.
Oh my gosh, sorry. That reminds me, do you remember the girl in Chicago that was trying to like kidnap you and like take you away from us and stuff? Like, oh my gosh.
I do have
Scary
types.
lady. You have a type. Oh my gosh. Okay, continue.
Oh my God. Yeah, so my first girlfriend, Dom femme. Second girlfriend. Okay, I had a situationship that put me on the track for stems because I talked to this Taurus that was a very sassy stem, and I didn't know that stems came in that flavor. I thought that anybody that presented masculine was very boring and like dry and just about the business, and I was not into that at all. Like, I needed somebody I could giggle and play with. And so I met this other girl, and she was like the headband wearing mini twist.
Oh yes, the Ambers.
She was an ex-athlete, like all the things. And so we had a little situationship, and I was like, oh my God, my first little like masker stem. Like, this is crazy. I'm kind of into it. And she wasn't even. I ain't gonna say that. That was rude. But I'm just gonna leave it at like she would. Say it. She's not who I would go for normally in the face. But she's a little facially challenged for me. Oh my gosh. But she had other talents, I fear. So it balanced out.
Okay. Continue.
So she's light skinned. And I was definitely accused of only liking light skins for a while because, first girlfriend, situationship, second girlfriend.
You're light skinned.
Yeah.
Huh.
I was like,
Oh.
A lot of people.
Do you have a problem?
I did, maybe. No, for some reason, like, it was really hard for me to date other dark-skinned women. I don't know if it's because, like, an opposite attract thing was happening on both ends. Like, other dark-skinned femmes wanted light-skinned people. I don't know what the psychology was happening, but it was so hard for me.
You might be onto something, actually.
Yeah.
Especially in Arizona. Right. There is a thing, like, Black people in Arizona go for either light skin, Mexican, white, other people. Yeah, you know,
it's real bad.
It's we need some saving out here. Not me, could never be me, but you know, it is a thing out here, so that's probably why.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll always beat the statistics. Okay,
and that's a real thing because I was like, I don't want to have like any internalized colorism, although I think we all do at some point. But it definitely was just like, oh, like. Cool. Like, these are great people. It's not like I'm not looking at a skin tone and being like, I need a light-skinned person. I'm not doing that. That's terrifying. But it's what I kept drawing. And I was just like, why is that? Weird. So, yeah, my second most recent ex, very mask, very creative. So I feel like that's when it started to shift because I was like dom femme. And now it's more like, I do think I like stems a lot more than I ever would have back then because now I'm like I can appreciate masculinity in women. And my most recent partner was stemming down, and dark skin. So I beat the statistics.
Yes. Woo! Let's put a cheers. Woo! Yeah.
So that's how it's changed. That's how it's evolved, and we'll see what happens next because I also need to start building a roster.
Yes.
So we'll see what makes it.
So excited.
No, for real. It's about that time.
Man. So, okay, one thing I just remembered. I used to always tell my ex that I didn't like women with locks.
I was there for those conversations. That's why I giggle every time she says locks, y'all.
Yeah. I would tell my ex, I'm like, you're my type. Because, like I said, past people were stems in different fonts than my ex. Like, not necessarily all the same skin color, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I had a thing in my head that was like, locks are tied to studs. And I think that's why I was so vocal about, I don't like women with locks or whatever. I'm like, and I was like, they all have it. I was like, they all have it. Switch it up. Blah, blah, blah. I would talk all this shit. And my ex would eat it up. And I would say even more for her. Because it's like, she's had nothing to worry about. They don't look like her. I don't care. And at that time, I believed it. Mostly. Kind of. But then when we broke up, it was like, oh, I'm really only looking for the one with locks. And I realized that, like, I do really, like, it's at the end of the day, it's not about skin color. It's not. But I do really find dark-skinned Black women attractive. Like, man. And my ex actually once pointed out that anytime I picked out an attractive model online, they would be dark skinned. And she'd be like, I'm just wondering why they're always dark skinned. And I was like, because they're beautiful? Like, what do you mean? What kind of question is this? It's like, it doesn't mean I don't like light skinned people. Like, I'm just like, I see them. I'm like, look at this. Like, I'm so shocked by the beauty.
Yeah. I love that.
And I realized that was just, you know, maybe subconsciously me saying that. Anita, come home.
Come home. Come home.
Yeah.
No, I love that because I think that's something I do see online a lot. Like a lot of darker skinned queer people expressing how like it's kind of a struggle in the dating world. So I think it's nice when people can acknowledge like, no, I am explicitly attracted to dark skinned women. Obviously, that's not excluding anybody else, but it is nice to hear that because typically the preferences kind of match the straight world. It's like Latinas, light skinned women, this, that, and the third. When it's like, no, we're all fine shit. Why can't we all be fine? Let's all be fine shit.
We're literally all fine shit.
We're all fine shit in different flavors. It's fun, baby. Yes. I love the different flavors.
My roster might be a rainbow. I might have to throw in. Look, don't sue me, okay? Yeah, this podcast is for everyone. But obviously, we are really speaking to Black queers. But I might have to put a white woman on my roster. I don't know. I just thought about it. I feel like I should try it. Never have, you know? So I feel like it's my duty to try it.
Why not? Get that going before Black History Month.
Exactly. Oh, you're right. Oh, man. I don't have much time. Okay. Hey, if you're a white woman and you're attracted to me, slide in my DMs, okay? Like, oh, Wait, it's Black History right now.
Oh yeah, by the time we launch this. Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
We slide in 21.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah, March. We're gonna have to try in March.
March.
Yeah. I can't open your DM until March. But then it's on. Yeah. I have one in mind too. Crazy.
Period. You know what? Yeah, I've never dated a white girl. I've been on a date with a white girl, but I haven't dated one yet. So, again, this is a convo for after Black History Month.
Yeah, after Black History Month. Honestly, forget we even talked about this in this episode. Okay.
Our bad.
Yeah, we'll bring it back in March.
Period. Okay, I just want to add one more disclaimer, guys. Coming out is not necessary. It is something really imposed upon us by the heterosexuals. If you're not ready to come out, that's okay. Like, take your time. As long as you feel safe and comfortable and whole in yourself, that's really all that matters. But obviously, it changed our lives for the better. And yeah, I think we're really grateful that we've had community that we've either built or that we already had that really embraced who we were as people and who we are as people and continue to kind of like hold us and love us regardless, because we're all deserving of love. Shit.
Honestly, like every single person, all of you. And to what she said, find your community. Even if you're not coming out, find people who are going to accept you and love you for who you are, because you deserve that. Okay? Don't force anyone to make you do anything you don't want to do.
Ever.
But make sure you're surrounded by people who genuinely love you.
Exactly. Period. Well, thank you guys. Please let us know your coming out stories in the comments.
Yes.
We would love to hear it and see where we can relate. And thank you again for checking in on us. Yes. Make sure to check back next Wednesday.
Bye.